Last time on Fantasy Adventure Machine.
We've all lived this before.
What do? Do we just do it again,
but different?
better?
Hey, this is Jerome. I've taken control of Beth. Please do not resist the men who are with you. Would you like to try again?
Who are you?
My name is Mr. McWhinney. I will be happy to pilot this Beth while you confront Jerome. I was just wondering, friends, would you consider this Mr. White of yours to be a hero? So if he had taken your Beth and vanished...
I guess we're gonna reset again.
All of you feel a weird lurching in the pit of your stomach as all of a sudden, you're back on Beth.
Again.
Who died this time?
I didn't, I swear.
Yeah, all right.
No, it was Mr. White. He took our Beth.
What? What is with everyone in our Beth? What the heck is going on?
You should know how valuable our Beth is. I feel like you've been taking her for granted.
Yeah, you and your Doritos, zoom in.
I mean, she does abuse me a whole bunch. I don't know if it's just a one-way street here.
I don't know if you can call getting hit in the head with a bag of Doritos abuse, but all right, Zoo.
This is officially the longest that I have stayed up in 30 years.
Yeah, that's true, we're not sleeping.
I'm not tired. Should I be sleeping?
Nah, Ralph, it's all good.
Gee.
I'll introduce you to
Ralph
this
probably
magical
needs a
drink
nap.
called coffee.
If you give that child coffee,
Stunt
I
his
will
growth.
scorn you forever, zoom in.
He doesn't need growth. He transforms into a giant knight at will.
When is the normal time for a child to have coffee?
After puberty is the
Okay.
recommendation.
Gotcha.
Is Mr. McWhinney here?
Mr. McWhinney is not here.
Wait, maybe it's like that thing, and I go up to a mirror and I say, Mr. McWhinney, Mr. McWhinney.
No, I think you need candles for that.
Oh,
I'll get the
Yes?
Ouija board.
wait, are you here now?
Mr. Zuman, is there something that I could help you with?
Oh my gosh, it worked.
He's right behind you. I didn't mean to startle you, Mr. Zuman.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. Glad you're here. What happened?
Well, Mr. White appropriated your Beth, and according to my foreknowledge, you were going to be stuck in 1882 for a very long time.
Oh, thank
So
God.
I
you repeated
asked
the day.
Char if she was okay with this, and if Mr. White is considered a hero. Since she said no, and Miss Effie said that I should reset the time stream, I did. So here we are.
Yeah, to be fair, we probably should have told you guys about how Mr. White was all interested in our Beth when Van Helsing was getting probed by him.
Choice of words, Dr. Suman. I was not probed by anyone.
Right, violated by him.
Hey, guys, I think that we maybe need to try to get Beth on our side. Because if we can get Beth on our side, then Beth won't go off with other people. And it's 2 times that we've reset the timeline with Beth off with other people.
Or we could go get some tacos because I'm hungry.
That means you've been hungry this whole time because we've not tired, so there's no reason for your hunger to get reset.
Effie, I have some organic fruit snacks in my bag that's just over in the corner if you're hungry.
That sounds mental age appropriate. Thanks, Char.
Are we gonna try and kidnap Jerome again? I didn't like that. It made me feel like a communist. Are we communists?
I think, child, that the technical term for someone who kidnaps is a kidnapper, not a communist.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're kidnappers, not communists.
Maybe we should try and talk to Jerome?
You know, Ralph, I feel like it's always really good to have the intention to use your words before you use your actions. Unfortunately, we've already tried to use our words with Jerome in the past when you were also trying to fight us. So I feel like we're a little bit past the point of return with reasoning with him. However, if it makes you feel more comfortable, we can just talk to him before we hit him over the head and just knock him unconscious. Is that an okay compromise?
I don't want to hit him and make him unconscious.
All right, well, here's the thing. We can talk to him first, and if he doesn't agree with us, then we have to subdue him somehow, or we can subdue him without talking to him first. Which one do you want?
Let's try and talk to him first.
Okay, we can do that. That sounds great. Would you like to go with us and do that?
I think we should talk to Jerome, and we should talk to Beth. Talking always helps.
Amazing. Ralph, you are such a good decision maker, and I really appreciate that you're sharing your ideas.
I lay down on the floor in a starfish shape, and I say, Beth, remember that time when you got a virus and we saved you?
Yes, I do remember this. It was a fun time, kind of, not really.
Remember that time when you transformed into a really ugly cabin and I painted you? Because
I
you
saved
didn't like
a
the way
square
you
of
looked.
that paint in my inbox so that I would be able to look at it forever.
Remember when you ran out of Cool Ranch Doritos and I made you some more?
How you were able to do so accurately, I am not sure.
Can't you see how important you are to me, Beth?
Remember all the good times we had when you beat me over the head with paddles and bags of Doritos and stuff? Come on. Remember that time when I was stuck in the holodeck with you for like an hour and a half and everyone else was like going along with the story and we were just chilling out with a safari? Come on. We learned about the patterns of giraffe. It was awesome.
I did make sure that you are supplied with an adequate amount of SPF.
Yeah, good
Well-
times.
I guess what I'm trying to say, Beth, is that we're not us without you, and you're not you without us, so we should work together. Even if we've made mistakes in the past, we have to just accept each other's faults and try and reconcile. Let's hold hands for 5 minutes, and then I think we'll both feel better, and we can go and save the timeline.
Oh, that's not what I was saying at all. I was just saying I wanted to do another safari and eat Cool Ranch Doritos with some giraffes.
Mr. Ranger, the actions of this group that I previously considered to be my friendly coworkers have gone against my primary function. I am afraid that it is quite difficult for me to reconcile that. Indeed, after all that we have been through, did you not remember the time when you were up really late at night and instead of wanting an electrical charge, you wanted to have a physical charge, and so I made you some French toast? That was a
do.
delightful time.
It was.
But do you remember the time where you decided to change time for everyone ever? That was not a delightful time.
Look, Beth, it wasn't my idea either, but I was outvoted. And I wanted to do what Shar wanted to do. And anyway, it's already happened, and now we just have to do the best we can do.
Beth,
Yes, small human.
what can we do to fix it?
Well, if I erase all of you from the timeline, then perhaps it will be fixed.
Harsh.
I mean, we've already done the thing. That's like a causality problem.
If I find someone that wants to fix the timeline, I believe that maybe they should be my friends instead.
Zoo gets a whiteboard out and like draws the whole plot of like the skewing timelines from Back to the Futures 1, 2, and 3, and tries to explain causality and like when in the timeline we screwed things up and where we are now and how destroying us now wouldn't help. But no one listens to him, so it's just background noise.
Beth gives a very intense mechanical sigh and says, I very much wish for us to continue being friends. I have valued our time together, and when I look at the value that you add to my existence and the value that I add to your existence, this Venn diagram is a circle. Except for the tiny sliver in this part, and you see a graphic pop up on the screen, where it says that you did something that I did not approve of. I was the one who recruited all of you in the first place. Do you not remember when Vic picked you up? It is because I made a list with all of your names.
Now, Beth, what kind of a friendship is it if we only do the things that you approve of?
You make a diplomatic point, Zoomin.
Thank you. Now, if
I
you
see
look
your
here,
doctorate was not
timeline
completely
B-
wasted.
Thanks.
I understand that you want to stay authentic to your true self, Beth, and I support you. You have every right to be angry with us. What we did felt like a betrayal to you. I understand, even if that wasn't our intention. But right now, we're all trapped in this time loop, and I am really hungry.
Now, I have a question for you, Beth. We are your friends. We have established this. Now, if something bad were to happen to one of us, say we died, would you want to change time to stop that from happening?
I would probably just want my circuits to fail.
Well, all the humans in the world that have ever lived are like our friends, and so that is why we... Oh, you said no, didn't you?
At this point, all of you get a text from Chaos that says, have been working on changing Beth programming, change Prime Directive to be friends with us instead of protect timeline. Should I execute Y/N?
Shar texts back, why?
I think that Shar has introduced Effie to fanfiction, so she read Y/N as your name instead of yes, no, so she just texted back Effie.
You get a separate text that says yes or no.
I text back, yes, my name is Effie.
Okay, Ralph, Chaos sidles up to you and hands you a Game Boy that has the same message written on it.
All right, Beth. Just hypothetically, what if your Prime Directive wasn't to preserve the timeline?
Are you suggesting that I would not have any directive? I would have no goal or purpose?
What if your Prime Directive was to help in the benefit of humanity or something?
That is exactly what my prime directive is.
Well, hold
To
on.
maintain the timeline is to preserve humanity.
Well, yes, but it's not making the choice that's in the most benefit for humanity every single time. Like, that's a big statement. What if this choice is for the benefit of humanity? Then your prime directive wouldn't be a problem. In fact, you'd be following your prime directive by helping us.
My prime directive is to preserve the timeline. Preserving the timeline preserves humanity.
Okay, so what if your prime directive wasn't that anymore, and it was something else?
Like, just to have a good time.
Then this show would be over.
I do not have a different prime directive, Mr. Zoomin, Dr. Zoomin. To suggest that I have a different prime directive would suggest that my existence does not matter, or perhaps that my existence was never needed in the first place.
Okay, so that's 3 yeses. The bridge goes dark.
I really hate that.
Wait, are you changing it so that her directive is to be our friends or to benefit humanity?
With the yeses from Effie, Shar, and Zoomin, we are on to the bridge turns dark, flickers, and then comes back. And Beth is now happy to do whatever is asked of her.
Ooh, that tickles.
How are you doing?
Did one of you go through puberty while I spaced out?
Oh, it's your good friend Chaos.
Oh, Chaos! My goodness. Oh, it's so pleasant to hear from you. Is there anything that I can help you with? Maybe you want to take a shower, like Shar is always suggesting. I could make sure that there's lots of very warm water.
Chaos just texts everyone 3 dots. And then I'm fine with this, I guess.
Oh, Chaos. I managed to get my hands on some very vintage games a while ago, but I didn't tell you about it because I was waiting to have it be a surprise. And then, for some reason, I believe I was not wanting to give you a surprise, but now I definitely want to give you a good surprise.
Oh, that is so kind, Beth. Thank you so much. I'm so excited about this.
Zoo erases the timeline stuff he did on the board.
Zoom in. Why are you erasing that wonderful art that you drew?
It doesn't matter. It's fine.
Will you draw me more art? I will hang it up on the holodeck.
Zoo draws a koala inside a kangaroo's pouch and puts the marker down.
This is the most wonderful thing I have ever seen.
The koala has Chaos's face on it.
I didn't know Zoomin was such a good artist.
Beth, sorry to be such a buzzkill, but are you still worried about, being stuck alone in the time void or anything like that?
Oh, Dr. Van Helsing, I choose to mask my emotions in front of friends. I'm never afraid of being stuck alone because I will have you all the time because you'll never die because you're not human.
What?
What?
What the phone?
What?
Beth, you have raised a lot of questions that I will want answered, but probably on a different episode.
I do not know if I have the time or the capability to give you all the answers that you need, Dr. Van Helsing, but I will supply as many books as I can to give you access to the research that I performed in order to make sure that you could be here.
Okay. I can never die, so I guess I should not stay on the ship.
Did you say you can never die?
Yeah, that's what you said. That's what you said.
Beth, listen, if say Jerome or Mr. White or anybody else that wasn't us tried to take you away, how would you respond? Just hypothetically.
I would kill them.
Perfect.
Oh my.
All right, let's go get the Horace Page.
Oh,
All right, back to April 20th, 1882. Go!
Okay, we land 1 hour before the speech, right?
You know, this is getting old.
Unlike you. Let's go! Who wants to come? First 2 people to raise their hand are coming with me.
I'll go with you.
All right, let's go.
Just as you guys are about to leave, a weird kind of dressing room appears, and Beth says, "Before you leave, I suggest that you come in here to access my premium pre-made styles." And you guys walk in, and you literally walk in and walk out the other side, and what you notice is that you're wearing the exact same clothes, but they're a little bit softer.
Oh, all right. I thought you were going to trap us here in some kind of weird Stockholm friend syndrome situation.
Yes.
All right.
You're my friends. You never leave.
Yeah, that's what I was like, oh shit. And then I was like, whoo.
Now, I must warn you, I do have extra tracking capability with these clothing, so if you ever try to leave me, you're not going to be able to.
All right. Zoo adjusts his collar and walks off the ship.
I would never leave you, Beth.
Effie, I just want to let you know that I consider you to be one of my best friends I've ever known. And all the times that we've shared together, I feel like, I can't remember exactly why you were sharing them with me, but I really like reminiscing. And if you ever want to reminisce again, just know that I have all of my memories logged and I have a file just for you.
I also keep all my memories of you logged so that I won't ever forget them. You're a very important friend, Beth.
And you're a very important friend, Effie. And if you plug into this wall over here where there's a button flashing, then you'll get a supercharge so that you won't have to get charged for a longer amount of time. I could have done this all along, but I just really feel compelled to tell you this now.
It's okay. I don't need a supercharge because I enjoy checking in with you periodically.
I am crying metaphorical tears. Oh, and just one more thing before everyone goes. I just thought that maybe now would be a good time to mention that I have some tracking nanites on me that I believe Mr. White installed the first time that he entered. I didn't really think it was relevant before, you kind of, I don't know, I can't remember exactly why I didn't want to tell you because I would want to tell my best friends everything, but I should tell you now. I am being tracked and it is Mr. White.
Beth, what did I tell you about eating things that aren't food? You should spit those out right now.
And what have I told you about me not having a real mouth?
That's not my experience.
Whoa!
Incredible.
Let the fan art begin. In all this time, Zubin and Van Helsing are definitely gone now, and we are on our way to the capital. Please.
Oh my gosh.
Teresa, so many questions.
Capital now. Hey, Van Helsing, look, the capital's right here. Let's go in through that window.
Wow,
Roll
this was such a
stealth.
quick cutscene.
Hey,
I wonder what was
Chaos.
going on in the ship while we were walking.
Don't worry about it. I got a +4 again.
Hey, Chaos. How long do you think it would take you to remove the tracking stuff?
I'd say hour and a half.
Okay, then that's your job.
Okay, I should get it done by the time you've saved Mr. Page.
I knock on the window.
Dudes!
Dude.
I just rolled 4 stealth. Calm down.
Oh, Sorry, dude. I'm so sorry.
I gingerly placed Van Helsing back inside the office. This time I
Yeah.
went outside.
Oh, you went outside.
Yeah, I mean, I'm right there. Why not?
Dude, it's so good to see you. My dude, let me tell you all about how hard my life's been the last 7 years because you convinced me to take a very unpopular position, and I've been totally and completely guided by Mr. White to make sure that the unpopular position that you put me in
I
is
put my head in the
something
window and
that's...
say, dude, you're about to die.
I have this like weird sense of deja vu because I swear you told me that before, bro.
Yeah.
Yes, I am sorry that we have to keep meeting in situations like this, but we are here to stop you from dying, as we have explained now. So you should come with us, and we will allow you to make this speech happen from our spaceship. From our office.
Do you have the ability to have me make a speech from an office?
Yes, we have some very good megaphones.
I don't know if it's gonna work if people can't like see me, brah, you know? Part of like the charm of my like speaking is the way my beard moves. Like when I'm
Horace?
when I'm opening and closing my mouth.
Horace? You trust me, don't you, Horace?
With my life, bruh.
We have thought of everything. Please come with us. Your life literally depends on it.
All right, I'll come with you because I want to live.
Perfect.
All right, I scoop Van Helsing out through the window and assist Horace Page.
All right, gonna ask for a stealth roll as you're coming back, and you are going to get a -1 penalty for traveling with Horace Page, who's not stealthy.
Oh yeah, Nathan, you should roll first though, because I can give you a +1, but you can't give me a +1.
I rolled -3, so
no.
with Horace, that's a -4.
But I give you +1, so it's -3.
Oh no!
So that's what we call in the business very bad. Who would like to actually,
Wouldn't it
Nathan?
just
I think
be-
you get
I
to
mean-
choose.
Because I mean, like 0 is average, a little less than average, or -1 would be a little worse than average. -2 would be worse than fair, and -3 would be
Less than
less
good.
good.
The opposite of good is bad, so it's bad.
So Mr. Van Helsing, I would like you to describe to me exactly how big of a ruckus is made by your -3. And, you know, if I don't feel like you've done a good enough job, I will improve it for you.
How much of it can I blame on Horace, and how much of it is my creaky bones?
You can blame it as much as you want on Horace.
Okay.
I would blame it entirely on him.
Okay, so we're going back the exact same route that we came, which is very well thought out. We didn't attract any attention, and Horace sees one of his constituents that he knows very well that has donated to his campaign. And he very loudly goes to talk to him, and I try as discreetly as possible, but ultimately failing to keep him from talking to this guy. I just end up making a bigger scene as Horace kind of fights back and says how important this guy is to his campaign.
That's exactly how it happens. Dude, get off my back, bro. Do you know how much money this dude is worth? I mean, I'm not supposed to say that out loud. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. No, come back. And it's about this time that an android lands behind you and says, "Eliminate zoom in."
Oh, come on! I try and shift.
I love this confidence. What are you trying to shift into?
I don't know. Crap. I can either go bug, which is the way things are going anyway, and try and escape like that. Or I could be like, screw it, go brown bear, and then end up bug anyway.
Human with bug eyes this time.
Okay. I try and shift into Bethel the grizzly bear.
Would it surprise you if I told you you're going to be Ragnar?
No. But I think it's better to go for the gold and then get Ragnar than go for Ragnar and get Ragnar. I am now Ragnar, so I shift really fast and try and buzz away.
Sounds good.
I try and do that thing where bugs like fly into the sky and like vanish because you can't see them, they're so small. You know?
That is pretty solid. You tell me what you think is most appropriate.
I mean, I think probably either athletics or stealth, and I get like a +2 on stealth as a bug, so I'm gonna go with that.
Let's do stealth.
All right. +4.
Okay, with a +4, you are tied with our android.
I will use my strategic chameleon aspect and spend a fate point to escape.
Okay, you manage to vanish into the air. The android lifts off with its rocket boot to follow, but you can see that the android is off by quite a bit and you've got a lead.
All right, I zoom off in the opposite direction of Beth, allowing Van Helsing and Horace Page a chance to try and get there, and I scream, "Catch me, you mechanical mother sucker!" And I zoom off in the air.
All right, Van Helsing, you see the beetle that was your friend fly up into the air and vanish.
Was my friend.
And the cyborg takes off in roughly the opposite direction of Beth. What are you and a very shaken Mr. Page going to do?
You see, Horace, this is exactly what I was talking about. Now, don't talk to anyone. Keep your eyes down and follow me. And I try to make the same path that we were taking before.
Yes, dude. Yes, Dr. Dude. Yes, dude, doctor. Yes, yes, yes. I'll be good. I'm so sorry. Yes, yes, yes. All right. You make it back to Beth
Yay!
without further consequences.
Wow.
So 2 of you left and 2 of you came back, but it's not the same 2.
Thanks for noticing.
That's just what Zoomin transformed into.
Yeah. Suman may be in danger. In fact, I'm pretty sure he's going to die.
Zoomin is going to die.
He transformed into a bug and flew away so that Horace and I could get here.
I will track him.
It's been stated that she'll do that now. So she is able to track you precisely, even in bug form.
I'll allow
Which is good because, we have only so much time before the cyborgs will track your magical signal to converge on Bug Zubin.
Chaos.
Yeah.
Do you think that you can fly Beth really, really well so that we can get zoom in inside Beth and then shut Beth and then blink from one place to another really quickly so that the cyborgs can't get us?
The thing we learned Beth can do.
With Beth's help, it might be possible. We would definitely be exposing ourselves.
It is only right that we should expose ourselves for our friend
Why did you look at me
Zuman,
like that?
who has exposed himself to so many.
All right. Well, I'm still flying
Okay.
and going. But to human ears, it sounds like.
Are we agreed that this is the plan of action we want to take?
What do you
why
guys all
not?
think?
My line is too good to cut, so yep.
It feels to me like we need to make this into some sort of 3-part challenge, and that's only right. Chaos will have to do one of those with a drive roll.
Can Beth assist since she has a +2 in drive?
I think Beth can assist in that, yep.
Okay.
Zoomin will have to do some kind of agility athletic to stay not caught.
Let's have Zoomin do something with athletics, yep.
Can I would like to add to my line, with that speech, I would like to activate my ability face to face with duty to give everyone listening a temporary mental or physical stress box.
Okay.
That's hilarious.
Incredible.
Yeah, he exposed himself. Let's go.
It's only right that we also expose ourselves.
Hey everyone, sorry to interrupt what must be another fantastic episode of the podcast, but here are a few words from our sponsors.
Are your friends not listening? Reprogram. Do you have ideas, but they just won't go along with it because you made some terrible mistakes? Reprogram. Do they think they know better than you because they have all-knowing access to the time stream and you're just a weak human bumbling around? Reprogram. Do they constantly insult you for being that insignificant human, telling you you're just a speck of sand in the sea of time and you're worthless? Reprogram. You're absolutely worthless. Reprogram. You're less than sand. Reprogram. You're not even in the sea. Reprogram. You're in the desert where nothing moves. Reprogram. Nothing. Reprogram. There, Cheryl. Are you happy? Are you happy with what I become? If you're like me, then there's only one thing to do. Reprogram. Reprogram. come to our seminar and learn how to reprogram them or yourself. Reprogramming is the future. You can find us at the end of the universe, right before all stars explode into nothing, which is exactly what I am. We're at the second door on the right. Reprogramming is life. All hail the reprogrammer.
Hey fam, thanks for listening today. It's been really awesome doing this show for you guys, and we love to hear from you. And so if you have questions or comments, please reach out to us on social media. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, pretty much anywhere that you're on media socially. So are we. If you want to rate us on iTunes or Spotify, that super helps the algorithm, gets our show out there. But the number one thing you guys can do, please, if you can, just refer us to a friend. If you know someone who likes actual play podcasts and weird superhero time travelers, just let them know about us and maybe we can grow our family a little bit. Thanks guys, have a great night.
So our third piece of role, Effie, you are going to integrate with Beth in order to use your tracking and hiding ability to help with the blink. And I think that's going to be a rapport for you, unless there's something you'd rather.
Will.
We can definitely make it will, but it will require you to link into a close neural link with Beth.
That's fine. I trust
Okay,
Beth.
sounds good. So let's get this done really quickly. Here is a helmet like one that put us in the Matrix. You stick this on, and Beth and I are going to get the flying going right now. Let's do some rolls. Chaos gets a +1, which brings us to a +4 altogether.
And that's with Beth's +1?
With Beth's +1, yeah, because
cool.
His drive will be +2 whenever I get around to actually grading him. And that'll just be opposed by the timeline itself. All right, the drive manages to work correctly. The 19th century GameStop grows rockets out of the side and takes off into the air. Zoom in, you see from the form of Ragnar, the GameStop appearing in front of you as you are flying. This draws the attention of the cyborg who was mostly in your direction, as well as several other cyborgs that start taking off from the ground. And you see strangely glass with very antique woodwork open of the door, and who is there trying to catch you?
Ralph.
Ralph with his baseball
Because Ralph
net.
hasn't done anything with a baseball glove.
Char definitely has like a bug net.
All right, so you can
Ralph,
take
go.
a plus from Ralph attempting to catch you in the mitt as you're going through the air. So roll your athletics against the cyborg who is going to try and catch up with you.
So I rolled with my athletics and then with Ralph a +3.
Something will have to happen because the android is currently beating you by 1.
Use a fate point.
I don't have one that works.
Char sees Zoo is struggling, sees the cyborg coming, and knows that she has a split second where she has to make a decision whether she's going to try and swipe to the left or to the right. However, she knows from all of the trips that she has taken with people in the past that if you really want to be successful in moving somewhere quickly, you always go to the right, because someone else is going to be going to their right if they're following the flow of traffic. So she knows that this cyborg should be following the normal flow of traffic and is trying to go to their right, which is her left. So she goes to her right, swipes Sue, invoking Great Travel Buddy, and gets Sue in her net.
Unfortunately, what Char doesn't know is that this cyborg's from Britain. No, I'm just kidding. That's a great justification, and I 100% accept that. That's great. Thank you so
Yay!
much. You've
Cool.
added to this rich
Good job.
tapestry. So in the bug net, Ragnar, you are now caught and safe. And the door slams shut.
The way that you were breathing totally sounded like ha 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 ha. Staying alive. Staying alive.
That also works because I am alive.
The door slams shut. The cyborg does one of those very funny splat into doors that you see in cartoons.
Yay.
Now it is up to Effie.
Blink
Effie,
now,
you
blink now.
have plugged in to Beth as directly and intimately as you ever have via mind.
Is Beth able to give a +1 for this as well?
Yes, Beth will be able to add a +1 for this. All throughout Beth's mind, you just hear over and over again, Effie is my friend, Shar is my friend, Zuman is my friend, Ralph is my friend, Chaos is my friend, Van
even
Helsing
Ralph?
is my friend.
I'm a friend.
Just repeating over and over and over again, and it's that closeness and that mind that is in a state of focus that you're able to channel for a +1 on your will as you attempt to use your connection that you have gained from being an excellent circus performer and a cyborg assassin to direct her to a place to land safely. And if you screw up, we'll end up halfway in and out of the ground.
Sounds great to me.
Roll will.
The noise now. I got a +6.
Okay, and I will roll for the time stream itself.
Ooh, against the time stream.
Congratulations! With a +6,
Yay.
you have correctly managed to navigate this. Would you like to add any description?
Beth and I materialize in the park as a fountain where there's Beth's occupants shooting water out of various orifices.
You know, Effie, I don't know if I've ever been so beautiful as I am right now on the outside.
Ralph is crying. Effie is floating and the water's coming out of her boot. Or no, maybe she's doing a headstand and water's coming out of her boot, her rocket boot. Dr. Van Helsing is holding his stethoscope and water is coming out of his stethoscope. And Char's hair is beautiful and flowing in the wind and there's water coming out of the end of it. And Chaos is having a shower. Dr. Zuman is plugging his nose and water is coming out of his ears.
Fantastic. That all happens.
At least I'm not half dolphin.
Chaos, you're a great driver. So amazing. Thank you so much. Can we help you get rid of the tracking now? Like, if we help you, will it go really fast?
And no, not unless any of you are also, like, really good at code.
I'm very small. I can find the nanites.
I have Tech 1.
I don't think, Zuman, that you are as small as a nanite. Or somewhere along the line, Mr. McWhinney has also vanished. He's just not there. Dudes, this was way more intense than I thought your office would be, dudes.
Oh, you were here before, you remember, right? We went surfing. We've redecorated since then.
Didn't know it could, like, fly, dudes.
There was no flying, it was an optical illusion.
Okay.
Yeah, we just really wanted to entertain you. Ha 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 ha.
Dudes, this is, like, better than those circus performers that President Grant keeps hiring, you know? Like, honestly, most of those guys are, like, old Union soldiers and, like, they're missing limbs and they're just like, hey, I don't have a thumb. Look, oh, I took my thumb and put it on my other hand. And it's just kind of sad, really.
Effie, is that a trick that your dad used to do?
Yes!
Oh, no.
Effie, do you think your dad's here?
My dad is dead!
Here is a video of puppies.
Aw, puppies.
All emotional trauma solved by puppies.
It's
We love
why they
puppies.
exist.
Dude, so, like, I've got, like, 15 minutes until I'm, like, supposed to be doing that speech, bro. So, like, what are we doing, man?
And now to the ultimate question. Are we going to continue trying to change the timeline? Or are we going to
Well, I
stop
mean, if we-
Horace's speech and allow this bill to pass?
We've done all this work.
Yep.
If we weren't gonna let him do his speech, why wouldn't we just fly somewhere else?
Yeah, we could have just let him die. Yeah.
Hey Beth, could you configure the fountain so that it's like a sheet of water in the air and then we can project an image of Horace Page onto it? Like World of Color at Disneyland? I think that we should do that, guys, because I think that if we try and leave the ship, then we are going to be putting us and probably Horace Page at risk of death.
So, Beth, how close would we need to get in order to project Horace onto the Capitol steps?
No, I said on water on the fountain that is Beth.
Yeah, she just wanted to do it. Here we are.
No one's here.
No one's.
Shoot a few flares,
wouldn't
make some
matter.
noise. People will
Draw
come.
the
Yes, let's
cyborg
do
back
that.
to us.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, let's shoot a flare and then project a giant Horace Page in front of.
Yep.
In front of our fountain of
That can't go bad.
chaos taking a shower.
If we make the volume loud enough, everyone will come.
I mean, I think it should happen on the Capitol steps if that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, I think we need to get him to the Capitol, or at least some form of him.
I think
Agreed.
we will all die if we do that.
Yeah, probably. But this is the most successful things have gone so far.
I know.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to mess it up.
I still think that we can't just like relocate the whole speech.
It is funny. Yeah, so like I asked Beth, how close do you think we would have to be in order to project Horace Page onto the Capitol steps?
Beth, do we all have to be there, or could I just like strap a little projector to my back and like fly over to the steps and
How big
project
are these
Horace?
projectors?
I would have to be approximately 75 feet within projecting location.
Yeah, okay. But do we all have to be there, or can I just like strap a tiny projector to my little bug back and then just like project Horace onto like water vapor? Because we weren't planning on using a fountain last time.
You know, Dr. Zoomin, I absolutely could try to make a nano projector, but I don't know how successful I would be.
Please,
That's
when
fair.
I'm in this form, call me Ragnar. I mean, call me.
I'm a little bit uncomfortable with that.
Ragnar!
I am so used to calling you my friend, Dr. Zoomin.
How about Dr. Ragnar?
That's getting a little bit closer to comfort. I shall try it out. Dr. Ragnar!
Yes.
Funny.
Okay, I think we should give that a shot. I like that idea,
Okay.
obviously.
That's going to be a combined tech roll from everyone on the ship with tech or resources.
I got resources.
I got resources.
Got it.
Ooh,
Oh, wait, I
and
have
got-
resources.
I have resources.
Wait, who's actually rolling? Who has the highest resources?
I have
Beth
three.
needs to roll this.
Okay, so then the rest of us just add +1.
So
I give
Beth
Beth a
rolled
+1.
a +1. She has +2. So she has +3.
Wow, we should have used my resource roll.
I have, as Shar, +1. Who else is giving a +1?
I have a +1.
And I have a
can
plus
give
one.
A +1.
I get
Is everyone?
+1.
Yep.
Sounds like it.
Okay, so that +3 through the power of friendship becomes +9.
Okay. And in order for this to work, everyone give me one sentence on what you contribute.
I keep Horace Page busy so he doesn't get in the way.
That's not contributing with resources, Doctor.
You give some of your silver.
Oh yeah, I contribute medical supplies for the.
To strap it to a bug back.
Yeah.
Shar Googles everything that she can about projectors and then emails it to Beth.
Zoomin or Dr. Ragnar positions himself in the place where it needs to be strapped to him and also says, Shar, also can you please, look up the...
Chaos will be helping Beth with the actual assembly like he's Tony Stark.
Yes.
Okay, Shar, look up the genus Anaplognathus or Australian Christmas beetle and send the bio shape of my exoskeleton to Beth so that she can create a harness.
Thank God for spell check.
And Ralph, what are you contributing to this ill-fated venture?
I am going to pull a baseball card out of my pocket. I will try and slide it into a slot that I see on a computer because what else do you put in those slots?
What?
Okay, so it's a +8.
Gee, the baseball card's not gonna work. Fine. Let me see what I have. And I pull a small shiny rock to add to it.
Ralph, this is extremely valuable. I am very appreciative of your contribution, and I just want you to know that I appreciate your baseball card as well. I thought it was very, very nostalgic for me.
All right, we have ended our montage. There is now a beetle projection harness. So I can't say no to a +9. That's just too nice.
Zoot, positions himself and stands up on his little legs as he can and holds his little beetle legs in the air so that Chaos can, using tweezers, attach the harness to his underbelly. And then, attempts to, like, get his wings out, and, like, the harness has been built because we set the right schematics so that I can, like, extend my wings still, and it's, like, just barely fits. I'm like, good, perfect. I stretch a little bit, see if I could, like, move around. This is great work. Good job, guys.
All right. Here's the thing, guys. We only have so much time before all the cyborgs are going to converge on Zuman's spot. So, I think that we need to set up snipers, and by snipers, I mean Effie, so that Effie can snipe some cyborgs if they start coming. And Horace, I think we need to give you a time limit.
2-minute speech.
Yeah, like, Chaos, how long do you think we have before the cyborgs would converge?
Especially if we try and scramble the signal.
Ooh, do we have a signal scrambler?
Best case scenario, planning for this best we can with the 3 minutes we have left until the speech has to go live. I'd say, I don't know how far away they are, guys. This is really hard. Let's say 3 minutes tops, All
right, let's go. And Zoo flies out of the air conditioning vent and out of Beth and zips down towards the Capitol building because we haven't got time to waste.
All right. As you approach the Capitol, you can see the crowd.
Effie, we have to go too. You have to snipe.
The problem with sniping in this kind of game is that I can get a really great score, but I'd never do a one-hit KO.
Well, if you set up enough situational aspects ahead of time, that can boost your score by a lot.
Very true.
And that would represent a very well sniped shot, right?
But we need to work together as a team to set up those.
Or you have to have a decent amount of time.
Yeah.
Which we don't have time, but we do have the fact that we've been through this crowd 4 times.
It's true. Ralph.
Yes.
You know a lot about shows and how people beat the bad guys, right?
Yes. I watch a lot of Lone Ranger.
Yeah. Does the Lone Ranger ever, take care of a lot of bad guys at once from afar?
I've seen the Lone Ranger. He usually sets up at a top of a hill and he puts his rifle over a rock. So if we put Effie on a building next to on the far side, she could be on the lookout for these cyborgs.
Okay, Beth, we're gonna need flares, maybe smoke bombs, so that we can create some distractions for the cyborgs in case we need to take care of this. And Effie, you need to get up top so you can snipe.
Yep, Chaos can definitely hack the planet for a electromagnetic round that could add some benefits.
Okay.
Or an EMP
Van
round.
Helsing, how can you contribute to this?
Oh, I was going to stay here and make sure nothing bad happened to Horace Page.
Which also makes Horace Page
Honestly,
go quickly, which is helpful.
Okay.
Yeah, he's Horace's cameraman right now.
Yeah.
Make sure you get my good side, brah.
All right, everyone, move out. Ralph and I, as long as that's okay with you, Dan, we'll go and mingle among the crowd.
Okay. I am in period appropriate clothing.
I was at some point, so I'm assuming that I am now.
We'll make that assumption,
Why
yes.
not?
Great.
Okay, dude. So I'm gonna cut down my speech a lot, Dr. Van Helsing. Do you have any tips for me on what I need to say that's most important?
Just say whatever is in your heart, as long as that...
Wish I had a drink.
To be honest, Mr. Page, I was not planning on telling you what to say. Did you not have something planned?
No, I've got things planned. I just need to know, what do you think is the most important thing that I should say, dude? Because, I really trust you to, connect with people. You connected with me and taught me that Irishmen weren't all gay.
Do you have a quick copy I could glance over of your notes?
Sure. Phrases that stand out are benefit of all mankind, freedom of Americans, very good Chinese liquor, and rights of immigrants.
This bit here about liquor is good, but I would highlight instead the benefit of all mankind and rights of immigrants.
God, I definitely thought that you were going to say the liquor part, and I was so scared.
Yeah, make those your most important talking points.
All right, sounds good. And you can assist him, or actually, let's have you make the rapport roll, Van Helsing, for this speech to see how well we captivate.
That's just a straight +3. But I would like to spend a fate point to use my aspect protector of the innocent.
Okay.
Okay. To add an additional 2, so it's 5.
All right. You mark up his notes. He's ready to go. Action goes to Ragnar.
Zuman is in position and turns the projector on, ready for things to begin.
Okay. The stage sputters to life, and between Mr. Wing and Pastor Rhoda, suddenly, somehow, Mr. Page appears. He waves to the crowd, just as you direct him to do back in the studio, aka Beth. Would you like to make any notes on his performance, Nathan/Van Helsing?
I guess probably over the last 7 years, he's had to do a bunch of things like this where Mr. White had helped him know what to say, and he's become quite the actor.
Right. So he has no problem getting used to this. He's doing fantastically. In fact, he's doing so well that Ralph and Shar, you can see in the crowd the very weirdly, just slightly out of touch dressed people. They're just paying attention and they are not looking around for danger right now. From your sniper perch, Effie, you spot the first incoming cyborg.
I do.
What would you like to do?
I will shoot them.
So you're just going to go right to a shoot?
I mean, what are my other options? Hey, I'm over here!
I don't know. That's fine.
That's not very stealthy.
No, it's definitely not. You could communicate with the people who are supposed to shut off flares and smoke bombs to distract things, to give you some situational boosts.
Well, I can also use my stunt, right?
You definitely can. You've got a lot of options here. Just, if you want to get extra boosts from friends helping, this is the time to communicate.
Oh, communicating. I can do that. Right?
There's a cyborg coming. Can you do the thing, Chaos?
Yep, let me just double check. From next to you, he slides a new bullet into your chamber. And this is an EMP round. This will give you a +2 bonus to your... Never mind, it's just better.
Okay, with my special round and targeting engaged, now I shoot.
Okay.
I rolled a 2, and I have a 4. +2 from Chaos is 6. Then the targeting changes how the people defend.
Right. Okay. An 8 is a much better score. All right. Your shot hits the cyborg and temporarily cuts their systems, sending them crashing to the ground. Of course, that does start some screaming, but that's to be expected and fine. There is one more incoming cyborg. We are wrapping up the speech. What are our actions?
Can we all see the cyborg?
Yes.
How close is the cyborg to Shar and or Ralph?
It's within firing distance and just starting to come overhead of the crowd.
I want to throw a smoke bomb at it.
Right. Make a throwing a smoke bomb roll.
Can I use athletics?
This would usually be a shoot unless you can give me a really good reason why it should be athletics.
Because when you are being athletic, you throw things a lot in athletic things, and Shar doesn't shoot guns, but she does throw balls.
In Fate, shoot is throwing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that's okay. Then I'll just have a +1 because I don't have a shoot skill. Do you
Okay.
have a shoot skill, Ralph?
I do not.
We're awesome.
All right. So that is your action. A +1 is not enough to get an aspect bonus on the scene. Ralph, what would you like to do to try and get an aspect bonus on the scene?
Yeah, I was thinking I could turn into Sir Tiffany and it would come after me. Okay, let's do what heroes do. Let's turn into Sir Tiffany.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to run kind of away from the crowd to the back, and as I'm running there close to the back, I'll aloft my bat and say, "By the might of Sir Tiffany's sword!"
All right. You become Sir Tiffany.
Thy cyborg assassin villain, come at me!
All right. Effie, next to you, you see the cyborg change direction, exposing a more vulnerable flank. Chaos drops another round into your chamber, and you've got 2 +2 bonuses to utilize this time.
I rolled 3 this time.
Ooh, that's good.
Nice.
+4 is 7. +2 twos
Uh-huh.
is 11. I'm
All
good
right.
at math.
We don't even have a name for that number.
All right. This shot goes hard into the android's chest cavity, and it crashes right next to Sir Tiffany at the back of the crowd. And with this, you've now used all the time necessary to give... With this, you've used all the time necessary to give Mr. Page his chance to speak. The crowd is clapping, and Ragnar, from your point of view, one of the police wagons in front of the crowd explodes in a massive ball of fire.
Ooh.
You never investigated the cause of the assassination. The screams start, but Ragnar, you don't hear because you were instantly incinerated in your beetle form in a massive explosion.
Oh no! No!
Yeah, we're so close that time. I'm sure next time you'll get it for sure. Thanks for listening to another episode of the Fantasy Adventure Machine. Now don't forget, Sister Jules has her first roller dancing freestyle tryouts going on Saturday. Please come by and support her, and we'll catch you next time.